venturing, one thing I just love about venturing is the way it allows the kids who are now becoming young adults to truly make their own decisions.
Yes.
And sometimes they're shocked by that. As an advisor, I know I'll sit there with them and they'll be like, how about this? Hey, can we do this? And I'm like, as long as it's not violating the law or the rules of scouting or something,
right.
and nobody's going to die, I'm like, okay, that's what you guys want to do. Now, how are you going to get there?
No, and I love that. The whole program, right? We have such a structured program for 11-year-olds. When you get to venturing, what does the program begin? How does it begin? Well, you start your year with an interest survey. And the interest survey, I forget the number, but I think it's like 150 different topics that are on the survey, right? Of things that you could be interested in.
Right.
One group that I worked with in Chicago, the leader was very surprised when the number one thing that turned up on the interest survey was cooking. His venture crew wanted to spend some time that year learning about cooking, right? And that's on the venture survey. To your point, if it's not on the venture survey, there's another spot. Well, you just write in that other spot, as long as it's not something that goes against the spirit of things. It could be you can engage. The game can be anything they're interested in.
Yes, and boy, at that age, it keeps them more engaged because they feel like they have more control
They
now.
have ownership, and they're ready for it too.
Right, and I've seen in my work at the district and council adventuring, I've seen so many disparate types of venturing crews, but they all work.
Yes.
Some that like to do this, some that like to do this, some that like to do a little bit of everything, but it works for them, and they have permission to do that, and they have control over that, and that's a really great thing. I have to put in a little plug that our council recently just reactivated what we call the Venturing Officers Association, which many councils have, and it's the council level venturing organization. But the point of it is it's to try to help bring the venturing crews and the council together, not just with activities at the council level, but also to just connect crews, offer training, other activities for them, because sometimes a crew can feel isolated.
Yes.
And you don't want them to feel like, hey, they're the only ones out there doing this. So we want to give them the chance to, hey, you can team up with this other crew and go do something, that kind of thing.
Well, and that goes along, the other aspect that as they move away from that physical challenge of the 14, 15-year-old, social becomes almost the entire focus of their lives in that 16 to and above age, right? And so you have to accommodate that in the kinds of activities and the kinds of things because that's the game, that's part of the game that they're going to be interested in.
Right. And